Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mancillon. I wanted to come and wish you a wonderful day. For it is we need to move. I'm here to speak about the spiritual ascension path and this path of ascension. For those who are already working within it, for if you're just awakening, you'll find your way. But those who have been working on it, we come to realize it's about the alignment of the energies of our soul, our spirit, our God self within ourselves. And we cannot force ourselves into alignment. We cannot talk ourselves into alignment. We can only relax our mind into alignment. We can ease our way into alignment. For online ascension will only come when we're totally at ease, totally at peace. For there are certain when you visualize, it's a creative meditations, and but the highest vision comes as a in a receptive form. It's not something we calculate or we formulate, just happens. And then this is the means by which spirit is communicating more and more. We're going to open our third eye and being able to receive and communicate. Yes, so it's about continuing to practice gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude and appreciation. So it is very. Did I pull some card? I don't think I pulled some card. The highest wisdom is a card that already came up. The 4 cards that we had in French is the ally, is the friend, is the ego, is the devil, is the false self, is the materialism, is the ally. Is really we need that in order to find the joy, to find the freedom. So do not be confused by all the lower energies of the egos. They're no longer empowered. None that is outside of love is actually empowered by the universe. Decrees have been made, and all of this you're going to see a lot of things. It's going in some sense it's going to be funny. Some people will see it as very dramatic because some people the illusions will break down and so, but just continue to cultivate this one power, this one love. Do not let anybody demonize you, and do not demonize anybody. For there's only shades of gray in any event. Some of them are playing dark roles. Most of them are playing neutral role, sleeping follower, and then there's all the awakening community. But as the awakening community, what we need to understand is the past, the dangerous pussy. For once we make peace with our past, it cannot bite us in the back. But we if a memory that's sensitive comes in, just call on the spirit, call on your guides. Do not blame yourself, judge yourself, create guilt, or about anybody else. For those are like, it's the negative memories is like a test. Spirit is testing how do we handle it. Once we handle it with grace and ease, and then things are there is no the memory find its right place. But until all the memories are in the right drawer where everything is in the proper order and there are files all over the place, they will fly up from the subconscious into our mind until they are integrated. What we need to do is to not get into the gloom and doom and the melancholy and the nostalgia and all those things, the mother of pearl. So just stay optimistic, and because the outcome is the waves of bliss. It's the holy grail. It's what's God awaits, what awaits us in this ascension process and the continuation of this life incarnation is actually out way beyond the best we can expect. It will be better than that. So just be prepared for that. For 51% of humanity is already ready for this shift, so it will happen. But as far as we can already create this critical mass within, the critical mass of light. It's a bit paradoxal, because light by definition has no mass. A photon is not an electron; it has no mass. But as it slows down, it becomes material and take a mass. But other than that, there's a critical mass of light, or critical accumulation of mass of light that create this continuous initiation, activation. But in order to get there, we need to reach the state of pure childhood, childlike innocence, because you cannot come into heaven with like, yeah, but I don't like that, or I'm complaining about that, and I want this and I want that, and it's like, ooh, work out your problems. Once you work out your problems, then we're waiting for you. We'll always be there. We always have been. When you're ready, you can come in, but you cannot come to God with complaints. Just resolve your problems before you come in. but then again, do not blame yourself for anything. It's just part of the process. It's a great, but but what I mean is that this ascension, this connection to source, will happen in a very calm manner, in a very pose, in a very beautiful, very. It's just the way it is, from as far as I can tell. For me, at least, maybe some people when ascend create ascension in great chaotic situation, but I doubt it. I wanted to say hello to Rise Up Ibiza, to Steve and all our friends in Ibiza. They're creating a movement. You can watch this channel. I think they communicate in French, but they're creating positive egregores towards collective intentions in order to elevate the consciousness. I've been invited there. I'm looking forward to go to Ibiza. I've never been there. We're moving from linear perspective to quantum perspective. In linear time, we're always in the past or the future, and the present is always escaping us. It's the past, and then if it's the present, it's like it's already in the past. For time, it's like fleeing in the past. But in quantum reality, everything is now: the past, the present, the future. So it's like we can relax about it. People have been talking about the return of the Christ. If, as far as I know, I'm just giving you my own perspective on that. But if someone comes in, a physical human, and said, "I am the Christ," just usually it's like his ego that is still working on things, because anybody that's enlightened will realize that the Christ is coming back, but he's coming back through the heart of millions of beings. It's the second return of the Christ, is the collective Messiah. So it's not one individual that tried to seek to take power. And at some point, maybe the Christ Sananda will return in the glory of the celestial host after the ascension with the archangels and all that, to take the control and reorganize the planet as an individual spirit beings. But for now, it's like whoever's most qualified will fulfill that role, and the Divine Mother will also use man and woman's body for the function, for the purpose of the ascension. The great evolutionary shift on this planet. The highest wisdom is complementarity. We get the same card as we had in the French reading. It's funny because there's quite a lot of cards, and I mix them. So it's about being complement to each other, about complementing our process, about continuing to work to fit in without having to compromise yourself. What we need to understand is knowledge, this deep knowledge. For it is self-revealing. It reveals itself step by step. What we need to do is accomplishment. We have exactly the same card, except they're in different position. We need to accomplish what we came to accomplish, and the same card as the outcome. It's amazing, which is a wonderful card. It's the card of luck, the unexpected good fortune. So it is all coming. It is all coming. I'm going to pull one card with the Akash. I wanted to come and say hello. For this divine, this force of the Christ is a universal presence. It's like we don't need to make a big show out of it. It's something very private, personal, and discreet, yet it affects the world in a powerful way. It's divine strength and authority. Once you have that divine strength and authority, it's no longer your ego that guides the process. It is the light, and so you can trust that, but the light has to be learned from within. I'm also following this story with the UFOs in the American Congress. For this is very important, because slowly but surely people are questioning, and they want to know. And as far as I know, the only theory that's acceptable from a scientific point of view is the zoo theory, which claim that extraterrestrials are here, they've been here, they will be here. But before we can communicate with them, we have to raise our level of intelligence and spiritual maturity, because we're a very belligerent race. We fight. We're always in war, always. So it's like it's unacceptable from a higher point of view. So, but they will come. For it's like Occam's razor. Of all the possibility, the simplest one is usually the right one. But for an atheist, the simplest explanation for an atheist will be different than from someone who believes or know God. And that is the same thing for extraterrestrials. It's not a matter of beliefs. It's like the existence of the sun or the stars is not a matter of belief. Some people just say, well, they just they don't exist. I don't believe it. But regardless, they're like physical manifestations of divinity. And so so much will be coming. Let's see. So the card of the day is becoming this traveling. It's really about traveling. It's about getting ready for adventures. And so I think I wanted to thank you very much for coming, for listening, for subscribing if you like those videos, for commenting and liking. I thank you for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. I think I didn't pull any cards of this. I'm going to sing a song to finish. It's just a habit. Spirit has been leading me to do that. For the highest wisdom is happy, is to see happiness everywhere, to know that everything is perfect and so much amazing things are on the way. Just to keep the balance, stay in the joy, in the light. What we need to understand is a new life, a brand new life, come emerge out of the egg with those wings. What we need to do is it's the same fairy here. It's like, but here she's like, oh yeah, all crying, and that's because the card says let go of the drama. This is the most important, to let go of the drama, because the drama will create negative emotions, and we do not need that. And the outcome is the treasure island, is this treasure that's on its way. So we'll enjoy that. Just wait patiently, be in the gratitude and appreciation as much as possible. For there are so many things we have. Even if we had nothing, we still have much. Nothing is not nothing in reality. We have fingers, we have eyes, we have ears. So no matter what, and everything can change from one moment to the next. So well, I'm going to sing this song. It's a song of that very beautiful song of Stevie Wonder. I believe Stevie Wonder, that talks about shame to those who live in the past and glory to those who are living in the future, that are creating this new paradise. But those who are living in nostalgia, it's like they're wasting their life. Well, that's his point of view, but in some sense, it's an older song. It goes like this. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been wasting most their life glorifying the days long gone behind. They've been wasting most their days in remembrance of ignorance oldest praise. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Dissipation, race relation, consolation, segregation, dispensation, isolation, exploitation, mutilation, miscreation, confirmations of the evils of the world. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. They've been working in their mind for the days of sorrows lost from time. They've been telling of the days where the Savior of love will come to stay. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Dissipation, race relation, consolation, segregation, dispensation, isolation, exploitation, mutilation, miscreation, confirmations of the evils of the world. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a pastime paradise. They've been spending all their life living in a future paradise. They've been spending most their life living in a future paradise. Ooh, living in a pastime paradise. Let's start living out our life, living in a future paradise. Praise to our life, living in a future paradise. Shame to anyone's life, living in a pastime paradise. So clearly here, Stevie Wonder encourages us to live more in the creation of the future than in the nostalgic of the time long gone behind. For it says a lot of the spiritual messages, the archangels, the spirits, we're always try letting go of the past, but the past needs to be integrated harmoniously with compassion, with love, and so it is. It will eventually all make sense. Just trust that. I'm going to pull one more card, and the card of the day is the Eight of Raphael. It's about crossing a bridge. We need to cross this bridge. On the other side, all will be there on the other side. The best is awaiting you. Do what you know is good for you. A spiritual quest. So it is all part of the process. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoyed this message. I send my love and blessings, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.